Yes, sir. You can start.
Today we have presented the High Power Committee report on LG Polymers to the Honorable Chief Minister Andhra Pradesh, Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. In this committee, we had 9 members. I was chairing the committee. I am Special Chief Secretary, Government of Andhra Pradesh in Environment and Forest. The other members are Shri Karikal Valvan, Special Chief Secretary to Government, Industries and Commerce Department. Shri Vinay Chand, Collector Vishakhapatnam, Shri Meena, Commissioner of Police Vishakhapatnam, Shri Vivek Yadav, Member Secretary AP Pollution Control Board. We had 4 nominees from the Government of India: Dr. Anjan Ray, Director, Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun; Dr. Elangovan, DG, Director General of Factories, Advice Service Labour Institute, Mumbai, Ministry of Labour and Employment; Shri Bharat Kumar Sharma, Regional Director, CPCB, Pune, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change; Dr. S.K. Nayak, Director, CPET, Chennai, Ministry of Chemicals and Petrochemicals. The committee had intensive deliberations. They examined each and every technical issue. The important point I want to emphasize is the committee had stakeholder consultations, and it went to the extent of inviting public to participate and give their views, suggestions, remarks, questions. We have received 1,250 questions from the public, about 250 emails, and about 180 phone calls and messages. We have made effort to answer each and every point raised in these communications that we have received. We had also engaged 3 technical experts from the city of Vishakhapatnam: Professor V.S.R.K. Prasad, Director, Indian Institute of Petroleum and Energy, Vishakhapatnam; Professor K.V. Rao, retired Andhra University Professor, Vishakhapatnam; and Professor S. Bala Prasad, Department of Civil Engineering, Andhra University, for assisting us with the technical studies and estimations in the local area. The committee, apart from having interactions with the factory management, the factory, we have sent all the questions to the factories, and they have given us voluminous answers to all the questions. The committee sat down and examined each and every question and answer. Similarly, the committee also took the reports from each and every regulatory department. The committee also scrutinized all the press reports, the press articles, and other issues which arose. Committee also interacted with NGOs and collected their suggestions and reports. Even lot of environmentalists gave lot of suggestions to the committee on the thing. All those documents have been studied and channelized, and this is the annexure reports. And this is our main report, which this main report runs in about 350 pages, and this annexures nearly total to 4,000 pages. So these are the main content, main what we have, the process that we have followed for submitting the report. Coming to the accident, the committee has concluded that what is known commonly as the Vizag gas leak is essentially an uncontrolled styrene vapor release from the M6 tank at LG Polymers, and it qualifies as a major accident under the MSHIC rules 1989. It had caused death of 12 persons and nearly 585 people were hospitalized. The main reason why the accident took place, the committee went into it, did an in-depth root cause analysis. Without getting into the technical details, I just want to submit that the temperature in the tank M6 rose substantially, and this rise in temperatures caused the styrene liquid to eventually vaporize and increase in pressure, because it was a tank with small vents, and once the pressure became very high, it released uncontrollably from the styrene tank. So in simple language, this is the thing. But why did the temperature increase? Why did the polymerization take place? What could have been done to prevent it? all these issues have been discussed in detail in the committee report. Without taking your time on those detailed issues, I just want to mention that this was the main issue. The root cause of the accident, what happened, why did the accident take place? We have summarized it, and I just want to read out from our committee report that the committee is of the view that root causes of the accident in the styrene storage tank N6 can be attributed to the poor design of tank, inadequate refrigeration and cooling system, absence of circulation and mixing systems, inadequate measurement parameters, poor safety protocol, poor safety awareness, inadequate risk assessment and response, poor process safety management systems, slackness of management, insufficient knowledge among staff, insufficient knowledge of the chemical properties of styrene, especially during storage under ideal conditions. And there was a total breakdown of the emergency response procedures. I want to highlight on two important points which has happened in this process. In December 2019, there was a change carried out in the piping of the M6 styrene tank, which totally disrupted the circulation and mixing system of the tank. Second point which I want to mention is that on 24th of April, the tank had given initial signs of polymerization, which if the company would have taken as a warning signals, I think corrective actions could have been taken. The third point also I want to mention is that the protocols, the safety protocols, the measurement protocols followed in the lockdown period were exactly similar to when the company was in operation. There were no special steps taken in the lockdown period. Having said this, after the emergency also, after the accident also, the company totally failed to activate the sirens, although they had 36 siren points. And that was a very major lapse because it gave no warning to the people living in the vicinity. Apart from that, we have also come to the conclusion in the committee that if the company had carried sufficient stocks of TDM, NDM and other terminating chemicals, they could have prevented the reaction to continue as a runaway reaction, and the second surge which was experienced at 10 p.m. in the night could have been avoided if they would have taken the preventive steps, and the damage to the environment would have been much lesser. Having said this, we have studied the impact. We have localized it at about zero point 0.4 kilometers of the vicinity has been earmarked, is in the red zone category. About 1 kilometer is in the orange category, and about 2.8 kilometers is in the yellow category. We have also pointed out the whole thing in a GVMC map, and this GVMC map we have shown the impact area. And this I would just like you to take a look at the root causes also. And we have, before fixing the liability, we have analyzed the root causes and who are so we have drawn a fishbone diagram, and we have also drawn a tree root diagram to show what are the causes which led to the accident. Based on these accidents, we have fixed out the negligence of each and every entity into what is the negligence and what are the liabilities under their various provisions of law. We have not stopped at this. We have examined our regulatory bodies. We have examined all the regulatory bodies. We have one of the largest chapters on examination of the regulatory bodies, and we have found out the gaps in the regulatory systems, who all are responsible, and the most important point is we have suggested significant improvements in our factory safety regulation systems. We have in fact suggested setting up of factory safety boards in each state and in the center, which will bring under its ambit each and every other factory safety law which is right now located in the various departments, various ministries. This will be like Factories Act, Boilers Act, Electrical Inspectors Act, PESO Act, some portions of Labor Act, all those portions should be brought under the Factory Safety Board. We have also examined the environmental regulations. While we have not suggested any new structure, we have suggested a system in which the structures can be strengthened, the monitoring and implementation can be made much more effective in the existing scenario of the existing organization, provided certain notifications, authorizations and delegations are issued. So that is what we have done. We have also done the monitoring parameters, and we have also dealt with process issues. We have also suggested on how it should be done, so that our goal that India should grow at a fast rate, industrial growth should be taken place at a fast rate, is not compromised in any manner. So all our suggestions have been done keeping in mind this factor that we need industries, we need factories, but we at the same time we cannot compromise on either the factory safety or the environmental concerns. And with that view, we have structured a good administrative and structures. We have also suggested certain process changes which are all captured in the report. Thank you very much.